G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here with another Marvel United gameplay video for you. It's been a little while. I feel like I say this all the time. It's been a little while since I've done the last video, but yeah, it has been quite a while I think since the last one. I think the last video we did was the big final battle of the Infinity Gauntlet campaign. So we're going back to sort of a regular game here, but I really wanted to make this next battle something to celebrate, finishing off painting Senator Kelly here. So he's a model that I got from Minis from Mars, a little Etsy store here in Australia, and yeah, really cool model. So he replaces a token that comes with Mystique, who's a character in the base game, or the base X-Men game. So she normally, here's Mystique here, she normally has a little token that you have to sort of run around and protect to represent Senator Kelly, but I thought we'd use the fully fledged model here. So, and I also was wanting to have a team of a fully painted set of models for this game. So we've got Beast here and Cyclops, who I think are the only two X-Men I've actually painted from the series. So we've got Cyclops here, so they're going to be protecting Senator Kelly there, but unfortunately I also wanted to, sort of a last minute choice, I wanted to throw in a Sentinel challenge as well, and he's not painted, so I'm kind of spoiling the whole idea of having painted, having a fully painted set, but there you go. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So we've got Mystique taking on a team of X-Men here. Just two models today, just two of them. I thought I'd keep things a little more simple today, just to change things up. And so let's take you through how this mission's going to work. So we've got Mystique, and like I mentioned, on her dashboard on the reverse it says place Senator Kelly token, or in this case the model, in the hero's starting location. That's what we've done. And then she starts out with, because we've only got two heroes, she's got 4 health there. And let's go through her rules and different bits and pieces here. So Senator Kelly, he is affected by anything that affects heroes. Heroes can take him with them when moving. A hero in his location can take any damage that would be dealt to him. So essentially we want to basically be bodyguards for him. So we want to sort of be absorbing any damage and making sure that we always sort of go into a villain round where we are nearby him. When a hero is KO'd, Mystique doesn't activate her BAM. Instead, move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise, so like moving him sort of further and further away from us, I guess, and towards her, I guess. And then also draw another master plan card and place it face down. So she's essentially achieving two things whenever she's KOs us. She's racing the end game by depleting her deck, but she's also moving him away from us in theory, and potentially closer to her, so that she can then affect him with the BAM that she does, which is here. Deal 2 damage to one hero in Mystique's location. Remember, if there's no one there but Senator Kelly, then he's going to be the one taking the damage. There we go. Any damage that would be dealt to him. Now, and then here we go. I was going to say, how much damage can he take? I'm pretty sure he can only take one hit, and that's down here, villainous plot. So let's see if we can get that to focus. Whoa. Here we go. The Senators lose if Senator Kelly takes any damage. So yeah, basically if he takes a single hit, we've lost. So the other thing too about her BAM is not only her BAM, but as we go through, and you'll see some of the other villains, or the henchmen I should say, they deal damage as well. So they can be dealing damage to Senator Kelly as well, so things can get quite scary. We've got to make sure we stay near him. Now the overflow, if one or more civilians or thug tokens can't be added to a location, move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise, then draw another master plan card and add it face down. So it's essentially, the overflow is sort of essentially the same as the KO effect from Mystique as well, from the this mission. So we'll put that down there, and we'll set her up with 4 health there. And let's have a look at some of her cards. So I've decided to set up the board with in terms of theming the locations like I normally like to do. I think technically in the stories when Mystique's sort of hunting down Senator Kelly, I think it's probably more in Washington or whatever, but I don't know that there's that many or even any locations in the game that represent that, so I just sort of chose sort of like city type ones. So I've got Central Park and New York, and both of those have come up with when we were laying out the mission cards, they've both got the same one here, which is hiding in plain sight, and this is basically, as long as this threat is in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead, if present. So essentially, if we can't get rid of these, then all the henchmen are basically going to absorb all the damage that we're doing to her. The other thing I guess we could do is we could take out all the henchmen, essentially rendering these useless as well. So I guess we'll have to, either way we're going to have to deal with those henchmen, aren't we? So, but yeah, hiding in plain sight, so she's kind of blending in using her shape-shifting abilities. And I thought that's kind of thematic, being in the middle of New York and Central Park. Lots of places to hide there amongst all the people. So we've got those. Now let's have a look at these henchmen. So Avalanche, he starts with 2 health plus 1 per player, so there's 2 players, so 4 health there. And he triggers when Mystique does a BAM, which is discard 1 civilian from this and each adjacent location. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that have no civilians. So he's clearing the civilians, making it harder for you to achieve the rescue civilian mission, I guess. Plus he's also damaging you if you get caught in a spot where there are no civilians. So that's nasty. Then Toad is an interesting one. Now you'll notice I'm also using the models. You don't really need to do this, but I figured most of these guys are represented by models in her henchman list, so I thought they'd be fun to put out. Toad, let's have a look at him. So Toad, actually, it says here, if possible, move Toad. I was like, what? He normally doesn't have a model. What are they talking about? But move Toad to the next clockwise location with no threat. So essentially the entire threat moves to empty. So once you start clearing the threats, if he's still around, he sort of moves around onto them. And then if he does that, then deal 1 damage to a hero in that location. So essentially, if you've just cleared a threat, he's going to jump to that threat and then damage you if you're still there, sort of thing, if he triggers. So, and he's got the same amount of health as Avalanche, so he's got 4 as well. Then if we have a look over here now with this with this model, this is where my plan of putting all the different henchmen figures into play. There is no henchman or no figure for Destiny, so I'm just using Deathbird here. So she's got a cape, so she's close enough. Now this one is not triggered by the BAM effect. This is triggered if Mystique lands here after her movement. This says move Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise. Heroes can prevent this by drawing another master plan card and adding it face down to the storyline. So sort of similar to the overflow and the other effect, but a little bit different in how that works. So, and she's a little bit easier to kill. She's only got 1 plus the 2, so she's got 3 health in total. So we'll pop that down there. She's hanging out at the Daily Bugle. That's another sort of city location that I've put in. Now, on the other locations I've put in are the X-Jet and the Xavier's Institute, just for the sort of X-Men theme there. And then in the top corner we've got the Sentinel space station, since the Sentinel's in the game too. So if we have a look at the last, I think we've looked at the others, haven't we? This is the last one, I think, last henchman to look at. So again, Pyro triggers off the BAM effect, and Pyro deals damage to a hero in his location plus each adjacent location, which is quite nasty as well, considering that we have to keep Senator Kelly alive. So any one of these sort of henchmen can really end the game on us quite quick if we sort of get caught in the wrong spot. So that's all pretty nasty. And then just to add more complication, I'm adding this Sentinel, like I said. Now the Sentinel, I'm actually sort of doing the wrong thing here, because each of the Sentinels does have a number on them, and they're when you use the Sentinel challenge, depending on the number that you choose, this is Sentinel, so we'll see if we can bring that up, Sentinel number 1, you should be using Sentinel model number 1, but in this particular case it doesn't really matter, so I like that model the best, so I'm going to use that one. But this is sort of like the first level of challenge. This is sort of like the easiest one, I guess. So the Sentinels are all slightly different, so they have a different number of starting health. So this Sentinel is only going to have 2 starting health. I think the next one up has 3, and then the one after that has 4, I believe. The way they work is the same, and the first 3 actions on their card are the same, but then each one has a slightly different effect for their 4th action, which is triggered by you playing wild. So we'll go through these. If you remember back to, or if you've played the Sentinel mission with Nimrod from the Sentinel expansion, you'll sort of be familiar with how this works in general. But essentially the Sentinel cannot be damaged until the villain becomes under pressure, so that's something different from the normal sort of Sentinel mission against Nimrod. Is I think the Sentinels can be damaged straight up from the beginning of the game, but in this one you have to put the villain under pressure before you can start dealing with the Sentinel, so you can't just wipe them out straight away. After each hero turn, so this is the same, after each hero turn the Sentinel acts according to the symbols at the bottom of the last hero card in the storyline. So essentially you've got to be careful what you do, because whatever you do is going to sort of program the Sentinel's actions for its turn, basically. And this goes between every hero turn, which is quite nasty. So if you play a move on the last card, or if there's a move 1 towards the last hero, so if you've done any movement in the last card, it's going to allow the Sentinel to move. If you've done any heroics, that's going to add civilians to the locations, to its location, which I guess it's good if you want to be sort of generating civilians for rescuing, but it's bad for overflowing, isn't it? So then punching, deal a damage to a hero, and again that could affect Senator Kelly if he's by himself. If none is in its location, move, so he's going to move anyway, so that's nasty. And then if we've played wilds, it's going to gain health, and it may go above its starting value. So even though it's only got the 2 to start with, it actually can increase that if we're really trying to do some powerful, efficient turns with wilds. Then we're going to be sort of boosting up the Sentinel, which is something to think about. So not sure how that's going to go, but yeah. So anyway, that's Sentinel challenge number 1, and what I really like, and why it does sort of matter, you know, which model you use for the Sentinels. Each of the, like I said, each of these Sentinel models has its own card with a different effect, and I like that I think it's the 3rd Sentinel, the 3rd model, is sort of holding its hand out like this, and you can actually put like a you know, hero inside its hand, and that's its effect. It can actually pick up heroes and affect them and that sort of thing. So I kind of like that. It sort of grabs them. But that's the only model where it really matters. Like this model's, it doesn't really matter that I'm using the wrong model for this particular card. But just in case you were wondering, saying, why is he using that one? It's just because I like that model better. Okay, so I think we've done that. We've explained the villain and the heroes. We've got the threat cards put out there. They're ready to go. We're just using the normal missions here, so we're basically looking to defeat thugs, rescue civilians, and or clear the threats to, first of all, put the villain under pressure and also make the Sentinel vulnerable. Then we're also looking to do the second mission so we can get the villain vulnerable, and if we've got the luxury of time, we could also try and sort of heal our heroes by getting them to draw a card, but I'm not sure that that's necessarily going to be what we're trying to do. I've put Cyclops out the front, so I guess he can go first. We've got no starting hand cards, I believe, with Beast or Cyclops. They're both fairly standard characters, so we'll draw 3, and we'll have a look, see what cards he gets. He's got a double heroic, he's got a single wild and a punch plus a optic blast. Punch in both adjacent locations plus where he is. That's interesting. Okay, and then Beast. What's Beast gonna do? Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I could. Just looking at that card there, you know, the Cyclops one. I guess I could zap each of the the 3 henchmen to begin with there. So we've got 3 cards for Beast. So Beast has got a punch, a punch and a move, a heroic and a move, and what's this one? Regenerating factor. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. Okay, yep, that's a healing one. Okay, yep. And you also get to move and star. So, okay, so yeah, there we go. Those are our cards. That's what we're starting with. Let's get down to the table now. In the normal Sentinel mission, because of the sort of the effect of the, you know, you're going and then the Sentinels are going and you're going and the Sentinels are going, and there's no, and Nimrod, the actual villain, doesn't start the game in play. The heroes get the first turn because there is no villain essentially to go. But in this one, where you actually do have the villain and the Sentinel's just kind of like a little bonus mission, the villain does get to go first. So we'll be starting with Mystique. So let's see how she goes. Okay, I'll try not to knock the table over, or the camera over. And so we've got our deck. I think we've got everything under control. Got our little civilians and thugs seated. So let's see what Mystique does. Okay, she's starting out with a BAM here. Let's have a look. All right, I've got to get used to sort of putting these up in front of the camera. Hopefully that was clear for you. So she's not moving. She's going to stay where she is. She's going to BAM, which is dealing 2 damage to a hero in her location, which won't trigger anything. But then we go around and we trigger these other BAMs. So Avalanche here is going to discard 1 from this and each adjacent location. So that's 1 civilian. Oh, it's all the civilians gone on this side. That's no good. And so if he does that again, he's going to be dealing damage to anyone who's here or here. Interesting. Okay. So he's just knocked out those civilians. And then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that had no... So they all had something to start with. So it's only now that he's cleared that he's going to start doing damage if there are heroes in these locations. Okay, so that's him. Now, if possible, move Toad to the next location clockwise with no threat. Then then deal damage. Deal 1 damage, and apologies for that sound. That's the if you can hear that, it's the dishwasher still going. Hopefully it'll finish off soon. If possible, move Toad to the next location clockwise with no threat. Then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Toad's location. There's a full stop after no threat, then it says then deal 1 damage. I think even though it's not possible for Toad to move clockwise because there is no threat, then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in his location. I think you still do the damage even if he's not moving. I could be getting that wrong, but I think that's how to play it. So I've got to now take a hit on either Cyclops or Beast, because we certainly don't want Senator Kelly taking that hit. Oh man, okay. I mean, maybe do we get... these are all good cards. Maybe we get rid of Cyclops's... the Wild is handy too. But maybe if we get rid of the Wild, I won't be tempted to heal the, the Sentinel. Maybe we just get rid of that single Wild. Okay, so Cyclops takes a hit. So we've done bam. So she's bammed, bam, bam. Now Deathbird or Destiny is only if Mystique comes around and lands on Destiny. So that's not going to trigger, but Pyro is going to trigger. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this and adjacent location. So that's not going to trigger again. So I guess that's kind of lucky. But then she's going to... So we've done all the BAM effects now. And then we're going to put these... where that's holding. Put these thugs and civilians down. So... it's one of each, isn't it? So 1, 2... Oh, goodness. This is filling up pretty quick, and this one I think overflows already. So she wants to go thug first. Oh no, yeah, so that overflows. So that is going to cause Senator Kelly to move, actually. Oh no. Counterclockwise. Oh no. And then another master plan card goes down. Oh, I should have put this out here, shouldn't I? So that should have started there. This goes here face down. Yeah, okay. Oh gosh, not a great start. Okay, yikes. So that was that one. So we couldn't put the civilian down in that location, but now we have to put a civilian and a thug in this location. Okay. Whew, okay. Wow, that was I mean, it wasn't too bad for us, I guess, but that hurt. Okay, so, like lots of stuff going on in that turn. Okay, so here we go. So now we're going to have one turn. So Cyclops is going to draw a card. So Cyclops just drew a single punch. But I mean, maybe we do Optic Blast and try and weaken all three of these guys to start with. Is that something that's good to do? And it's only going to provide a single punch. We do need someone to move, but I did notice that Beast had some movement in his card, so at least he's going to be able to get over to Senator Kelly. So I might have to... I've got a feeling we're going to get KO'd a bit in this game, so we'll see how we go. Cyclops is going to use Optic Blasts. Man, it's been a while since I played it. Am I making rookie errors again? I don't know, let's find out. So, 1, 2... 3. Okay, because that way we could like potentially like take a lot of these threats out fairly quickly if we can sort of weaken them all now. So 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 1 in each adjacent location plus the 1 in Toad's thing for the single punch there. Then the Sentinel is going to go. So the Sentinel is going to started here. So the Sentinel is going to want to move. Move 1 towards the last hero. And the last hero was... Oh, now let's have a think about this. The last hero was Cyclops. Now I can go 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. So maybe I move him over here to the space station for repairs, and maybe... because otherwise he's getting closer to Senator Kelly, and that's like the last thing we want, so just being another thing to be able to deal damage to him, so maybe let's do that. Okay, let's move him that way. Okay, so now we have Beast going, and then Cyclops is going to get to go again. Okay, so Beast has drawn a single heroic there. Now, we do want to rescue... Oh man, okay, what have we got here? Cyclops has got a single punch there. Alright, well either way I think I want to play this card. I think I want to come out of the gate strong, taking out as many of these henchmen as I can. So I'm going to use my punches for that while I can. And let's move. But before now, let me think, who am I going to take out? Because I've got the two actions here. I can Boy, oh boy. Let's go... do we get rid of Toad so he's not jumping around into locations that we're doing? Or do we get rid of Avalanche so he stops wiping out all these civilians? Boy. I mean, that could help us, I guess, in the long run if he's clearing some of the overflow, but still. Alright, so if I'm going to move... If I do this, I can do 2 damage to Toad here, and then move over here. And then Cyclops would have... like he'd have the ability to do 1... 2 punches and a move himself. Let's go this way. Do we get rid of Toad or Avalanche? So he's going to be dealing 1 to 1 hero in each of these locations, and 1 to 1 hero. Oh boy. Alright, let's get rid of Toad. So we're going to do 2 damage to Toad, because I'm going to use these 2 punches with Beast, and then I'm going to move over here to protect Senator Kelly with Beast. So that's going to be doing 2 damage there to Toad. Now before I get to do anything else, the Sentinel is going to get to move, because I've used this movement. Now the Sentinel is going to get to move... oh, now interesting. The Sentinel is now going to move towards the last hero, and the last hero was Beast. So we could move the Sentinel here back to where it was. But no, I think the Sentinel is just going to be getting... if I go that way, I'm just getting closer to getting him in trouble, aren't I? So let's go here. Oh, you know what? He's going to move again anyway because of the punch, isn't he? Because he wants to punch and there's no one there, and then if he does punch, if I have played a punch, I deal 1 damage to a hero, but then if none are in the location, he moves again. So either way, he would have gone here. He would have been 1 away from Senator Kelly anyway. Right. Or do we want him over here? Well, either way, he's going to be here or here, isn't he? Maybe let's move him here. So he moves to here, and then we can move him again. Move 1 towards the last hero. Yeah, okay. And the last hero is B, so he's going to end up... let's go here. Okay, I don't know if that's a good move or not, but we'll see how we go. Now, Cyclops. Cyclops is going to draw a card, see what he gets. Oh, he's got a movement and a heroic. But I think I'm going to go with the single punch. And so Cyclops is going to punch out Toad. Get out of here, Toad. Oh, now this is interesting. So Toad goes away. We get a threat cleared there. If I stayed here, I could actually heal up with Cyclops and get him another card. But if I don't, if I use the movement, then I can be another person to protect Senator Kelly, but I can also deal 1 more damage to Avalanche. I think I'm going to do that. So that's, man, that's interesting. I could have used that, but yeah, we'll do this. Well, we've got to be working on these too, don't we? I feel like I've got to knock out some of these thugs and civilians. These are getting pretty nasty up here. Okay, so... Okay. Uh-oh. This Sentinel's going to be a problem, isn't it? Okay. Gotta get rid of these threats. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. So that was Cyclops' last turn. Now, Cyclops' last turn, he just did a punch. So the Sentinel is just going to move. Oh boy, Sentinel's right there. It's all happening. Okay, well, now it's Mystique's turn. Now we're in a bit of trouble here with Avalanche discarding civilians because this is empty now, so he is going to deal some damage to us. So, oh no. Okay, so let's have a look here. This is, I think we're about to take a lot of damage here. Okay, so, Mystique. So Mystique moves. Oh, she's not dropping any civilians though, is she? Interesting. Okay, so she's going to move straight to Senator Kelly's location. Oh my goodness, they're all hanging out on the one spot. She's going to do BAM. So she's going to deal 2 damage to one of the heroes. Ugh. I guess maybe take the hit on Beast. It's not good. Okay, so he's taken 2 damage. Then, at least we've got this regenerating factor. Ugh, okay. Then we trigger the BAM. So let's go from her location. I think so. Avalanche is going to remove these civilians. Then in the location, if there was no one to remove, then he deals damage, and that's what's going to happen here. So we might get rid of one from Cyclops. Get rid of the move and the star, or the double star, because we could use that double star potentially. Let's maybe save the double star and put the movement for later. I don't know, we might need that movement. Oh well. Yeah, if Senator Kelly gets caught out, we might need some movement, but I'll see how we go. Because I'm also thinking of just like clearing that if we can. Okay. And we keep coming around. He's going to want to BAM on either side, but that doesn't happen. She hasn't landed here. So that doesn't happen. She doesn't drop anyone off, so I think that's the end of her turn. So still pretty painful. We just took 3 damage. Okay. Oh, there's no way to get rid of... No way to deal damage to this guy at the moment. What do we get? Oh, okay. So we got wilds. Now that's going to heal the Sentinel for quite a bit if we play those. That's what I was thinking. Is using this regenerating factor on Beast to heal him. But that's not going to get... See, otherwise we can get rid of Avalanche right now. Would not have minded being able to survive another hit, but I don't think we can afford to be leaving these guys out too long. And but I'm healing up the Sentinel though. It's giving him 2 health. Boy, that's a tough one. Heal the Sentinel for 2, or no? Let's not. Oh, this could be a dangerous move. Alright, let's heal for 2. Oh, sorry, healing 1, because we drew 1. Then you may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. Oh, wait a minute, so I've played this. I've drawn my card, I've got 1 in hand. Now I play it. Now I can draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's pretty good. And that gives me these for later on. I just drew a move and a punch and 2 stars, so they're pretty handy. Although, if I'm getting knocked about, I don't want to be losing these good cards, do I? Okay, so let's use this now. So now Beast can do a punch and move and a star. So what I'm thinking is doing 1 punch at least to Avalanche there, and then maybe moving, because Senator Kelly does seem to sort of get moved counterclockwise, doesn't he? Is it counterclockwise? Yeah, counterclockwise. Move from counter. Yeah, it's always counterclockwise, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So Beast is going to move over here, and then he's going to use his star or his heroic to work on this hiding place here. Ideally, I think I'd rather just be getting rid of all these guys, but like I've got a lot of stars here, and I may as well use them while I've got them, I guess. Plus, that's going to stop the Sentinel from attacking if I use the stars. The other thing I could do is I could move Beast back here, but then that star is kind of going to waste, because then he could heal up. But he's already... Oh, that's right, he's already healed anyway, isn't he? So, yeah, okay. Alright, so Beast is... Yeah, I'm not sure if I've gone down the right path here, but that's what I'm going to do with Beast. And what's going to happen next is... the Sentinel's going to move towards the last hero. So the Sentinel's actually going to move over here. And then it's going to place... Oh, this is alright. Then it's going to place a civilian. So that's going to protect Beast from Avalanche's power. Oh no, I just realised something. Oh, but I can take... yes, I can take him with me. I was going to say, oh no, if I move Cyclops over here, then with the movement to try and work on this, Senator Kelly's left by himself, but you can move the heroes with him. So, alright, so Cyclops is going to... He's just drawn a movement there. But I think we're going to use this one here. So we'll move... Oh, now. Interesting. That's also interesting. Alright, so Cyclops is going to move. He's going to take Senator Kelly on the X-Jet with him over to New York. He's going to do 2 of the heroics from these 2 cards here. To get rid of this threat here. So there we go. So there was already 1 on there, so he spent 2 more. Now he's got a 3rd heroic to do, and I was just thinking, oh, I could get rid of this civilian, but then that leaves the location open to being hit by Avalanche again. But since I played 2 heroics there, the Sentinel is going to be dropping civilians anyway, and I may as well do this. So I'm going to spend that one there to work on the civilians. So there we go. We've got 1 civilian towards a 2nd mission being completed here. Now this end of turn effect here says you may discard 1 action token, and unfortunately I don't think there's any of... maybe Cyclops gives action tokens, I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't have many ways of getting action tokens, I think, from the board here at the moment. There's nothing here that's giving me action tokens, but this says discard 1 action token to draw a card. So I could be getting like a big hand of cards, but I don't have any action tokens to take advantage of that, so that's a bit of a shame. Alright, but let's move on to the Sentinel's turn. So he's not going to move, but he's going to put 2 more civilians down in that spot. So guess we could camp there for a little bit and rescue some civilians, I guess, if nothing else. And then, whose turn is it next? Is it Beast's turn? Okay, so Beast's got to draw. He's got quite a big hand now, so we just drew a movement and a punch. So I guess we have to think about, what does Beast want to do? He's already going to be getting 2 stars, so I guess we could just rescue those 2 civilians there. We could just rescue those 2 civilians. And then move and punch. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's do that. And then that's moving the Sentinel away from Senator Kelly, at least. So let's... this is an interesting choice too. Right, so I can do 2 rescues. So let's just do that now with the 2 stars from Cyclops there. And then, see, oh, now this is interesting as well. I sort of feel like I want to be heading this way to clear this down, because that's not great. Okay. There's a lot of overflow here. We need to get over there, but what I was thinking of doing was moving with the move and the punch. Obviously, sort of moving over here and punching Avalanche. All right. Before I look at that though, I was also thinking of so we'll do that. We definitely will do that. But do I want to bring Senator Kelly with me? Because Senator Kelly is safer with Beast, I guess, because Beast has got 3 cards. So if there's a couple of different things hitting me, we know that the Sentinel's going to follow me. It's going to be dealing 1 damage, but I've only got 1 hit with Cyclops, so basically all it's going to take is like a couple of things to hit me with Cyclops, and then Senator Kelly. So I think I've got to keep Senator Kelly with Beast. So let's do that. Alright. So, now Avalanche is gone, so there we go, so we've done that. So we got rid of 3 out of the 4, so I can get rid of 1, but that's going to make her go faster. But then it's going to mean we can deal with this Sentinel too. Alright. Oh, I can move to any other location. Oh. It's been taken with them when moving. Oh, wow. So we can get out of here. So I could put them together over here. Make them all a bit safer. Or I could move them over here to start dealing with these, but then Pyro is a bit of a nuisance. Beast got a bunch of these. Now Beast, what I could do is I could move, because the Sentinel's going to move towards the last person to have a turn, which is Beast. So I could move Beast over here, preventing the Sentinel, because otherwise the Sentinel was going to get to me here, would have got to me there. Over here I'm in the middle of like Pyro land, although maybe that's not a bad thing, but if I move here, the Sentinel can't get me this turn at least. Maybe that's not bad. Alright. I don't get to take advantage of that, but still. Yeah, okay. Alright, so then the Sentinel is going to move, and then it has to use its punch to get there, but it doesn't actually get me as such. Okay. Alright, this is... I don't know if I'm doing well or not here. Alright, so... right. So let's see what Mystique does. Alright, she is going to... Ooh, she's going to move 3. Ooh, can you guys see that if I put that too close? Alright. So she goes 1, 2, 3, lands over in Pyro Land. She's going to do a BAM, which doesn't hurt anyone. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Oh, Metamorph. Okay, interesting. Okay, so she does a BAM, doesn't do anything. Then if we go around from her location, I think there's only one BAM left. I think that's just Pyro's. So Pyro deals damage here and on either side. That doesn't do anything. Then she adds civilians in each location with no thingy. So luckily, the ones that are close to overflowing there don't take a civilian. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so add a civilian in each location with no civilians, so we did that. Until the next villain turn, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman. Ooh. Well, that's kind of going to be happening anyway if we get to her, if we make her vulnerable with this plain sight still in play. Okay, so that's not too bad at the moment. Alright. Whoa. Okay. Who's going next? Cyclops. Okay, so we draw a card for Cyclops. He's got himself 2 heroics there. So... Well... Yikes. Do we go a double heroic? He's going to put down 2 civilians there. So I can move, punch, and do 2 heroics. Right. Punch. What am I going to punch? What's Beast got? Beast has got a couple of things up his sleeves, hasn't he? So... Yeah, I think what... Just a single... I think we're going to need these movement ones for maybe chasing her down at the end. And this is a way I can race some of these other things, so... Clockwise henchman. Stand if present. So otherwise we're giving her a lot of extra health if we don't take that out. But I sort of want to use these civilian things to get this close before putting her under pressure. We've got to deal with this Sentinel too. Alright, where am I going to go? Well, let's move. So what I could do is I could be moving, punching, coming over here, sort of rescuing these 2 guys, and then ending here and then moving where I want to go. So, and we'd all be safe over there. But do I want to get rid of this threat? I sort of want to get rid of that threat. So maybe I need to be there. Yeah. Alright, I'd like to move away, but let's do this. Alright, so Cyclops is going to use one rescue, one rescue, two rescue, put these a bit closer, getting rid of some overflow as well. He's also going to punch this thug just to sort of reduce the overflow a bit with that punch. So there we go, and at least he's here so he can work on this if he needs to. This is a bit dangerous though. Yeah, okay. Then the Sentinel is going to put down 2 civilians in this spot here. Okay. Because I played that card there. Okay. Beast is going to draw a card. Ooh, regenerating factor. Okay. So Beast, what are you going to do, buddy? You can rescue 2 people with Cyclops' card here. And you can also do a punch. Getting rid of Deathbird, or getting it closer at least. Yeah, let's move and punch. Alright, so let's move and punch. Sentinel might be coming after us here, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so we want to do 2 rescues. So let's do 1 here and maybe 1 here, because that way both of them are less likely to overflow, I guess. Then he's going to bring Senator Kelly with him. And I could have gone that way and then ended up over here to work on this, but I think we'll do this anyway. So the 2 rescues, we're pretty close with rescuing now, and then we used 1 movement and we'll do 1 punch to put Deathbird a bit closer. And we'll take Senator Kelly with us. Okay. Now, Cyclops, what are you going to do? You have, leadership, give a token, here you go, give a token from the pool to another hero. Give a wild token. Don't know if I held that up long enough for you guys. Give a wild token from the pool to another hero, and it doesn't have to be someone in my spot. So, I suppose if I had the tokens then I can start using these, but that's not helpful at the moment. So that's, oh man, okay. Now what do I want to do here with Cyclops? Move. I could move twice and shoot Deathbird, and that would get rid of one last threat. Or so I can move twice and punch to get here. Or, whoopsie, sorry guys. You guys, I hope I didn't mess the camera angle up too much there. Or I could move and punch and still put a civilian thing down, put a heroic down on here. How are we going to get rid of that? How are we going to get, if I move away from there, the whole point was leaving him there so he could work on that with the stars, and I've got a star here, but I feel like the punch is going a bit to waste there, isn't it? Unless he punches thingy. You know what, let's do the movement. And let's do 2 movements. 1, 2. Punch out Deathbird. Out you go. Well, not Deathbird, sorry, Destiny, but the Deathbird model. Alright, so that's going to do a few things. That is going to immediately put the villain under threat, which means that now, she was going to go now anyway, but now she's going to go after every 2 turns. But it also means we can now deal damage to the Sentinel, which could be a good thing, just to keep that off our back. But also, because we haven't got rid of this, it does essentially mean we've given sort of 4 extra health to Mystique there, because we've left Pyro alive, so that's possibly a mistake there, but we'll see how we go. Now this says, reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. Oh, sweet. Alright, reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. Alright, well if this is going to completely destroy us, we might want to get rid of this to the bottom. Alright, so Master Assassination move to Senator Kelly's location. So that's pretty bad, because if we did that, we know she'd be doing 2 damage. It's a BAM, so we also know that Pyro would be doing a damage as well. So we know we'd be taking 3 damage. Oh, actually, I was going to say before we do this, but no, we've got to decide this, because I was thinking we've just finished Cyclops' turn, so the Sentinel's going to move as well. So the Sentinel's going to end up on our spot, but not do anything to us. Move to Senator Kelly's location. Right. So basically we're taking 3 damage if we let this one stand. Now if we don't, she could move and like put out some more dudes, and but I suppose otherwise we're probably going to take 1 damage, because she'd probably move 1. Like she'd probably move somewhere not on us, maybe, and then she would potentially, yeah, so let's put this one at the bottom, I guess. Okay. Alright, then let's move the Sentinel, so the Sentinel moves to here, because we get a move, and then I'll see what she does. Alright, so she's now under pressure. She's going to move 4, and she's going to drop a bunch of thugs. So there you go. Hopefully you guys make that out. Hopefully I'm holding it steady. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She lands at the school. She's going to do 2 damage there. She's going to drop a thug on either side. So 1 here, and 1 here. And then she puts 2, I think, in her location. Yes, she does. Okay. Oh, before I did that, she, what's his name? Pyro was supposed to do his BAM effect before I put the tokens out. So deal 1 damage to a hero in this and each location. So I've got to deal damage. I may as well do it to Beast, I guess, just to keep Cyclops alive. Yeah. Although that double heroic could be what we need to sort of start putting things under pressure here. Oh, this double, oh man, it's like either regenerate with a move and a punch, or there you go, there's the end of the man, how many beeps? Okay, so that was the end of the dishwashing cycle, so sorry about that. Oh man, these double wilds. Ooh, although, if I use the double wilds, then I'm healing. I would be healing the Sentinel. And I don't necessarily want to do that. So maybe I do use the stars, although that's going to put down a couple of civilians, isn't it? Alright, so, wow. Can't believe I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going to get rid of the... It is beast turn, right? Yep, okay. So, no, hold on. Oh no, it's not beast turn, I'm getting hit. Sorry, I'm getting hit by Pyro. So yeah, because I've got to draw a card at the beginning of beast turn, but I'm gonna get rid of that double wild. Crazy, but I don't want to be healing this guy. Alright. Then, I think that's everything's resolved. Wow. So now... Did I want to actually maybe save the wilds, and instead of trying to finish off, maybe I should just try and kill Pyro. No, I'm going to do this. Alright, so, beast turn. I've got to draw a card. So, Genius Intelligence. This turn, you can treat stars as... Oh, that's interesting, as wilds. But I don't have a lot of stars out, so I'm going to do this. So I can move and do 2 of these. So, oh man, if I stay there I could look at what Mystique's got coming up too. So, 2 good choices here. Okay, so I could rescue these 2 from here, or I could rescue 1 from here and 1 from here, for example. Draw 3 cards. And I can either use this movement to get to this spot and draw cards to heal myself, or I could I could reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. That would be pretty good too. But I think I'm going to, just in the name of like keeping myself and Senator Kelly alive, I think I'm going to bring him with me over here. And I'm going to rescue 1 from here and 1 from here maybe. Okay. And that is then going to... Wish I had some punching power to take out this. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to punch? But if I punch him, he's going to punch back. I'll wait till I can build up like 2 punch cards for the Sentinel. So I'm going to do that. Let's put... So she's now vulnerable. We've got 2 missions cleared. Okay. And we'll draw a card. We're drawing a card, is that right? Yes. So, and he got another Genius Intelligence, which is pretty good. Okay. So Mr. Cyclops, he can now go. So he's going to draw a card. Ah, yes, I was hoping to get something punchy here. So, you know what I should do? It's too late now because I've seen this card. What I should have done... Oh, actually, before I do anything... this is why I was going to do this. The Sentinel drops 2 civilians down, so that's actually not too bad. Because I was going to say, oh, I should have cleared the civilians from this one instead, and then Cyclops could deal with this, but then yeah, the Sentinel's going to drop extra guys, so... Okay. So Cyclops is going to use Optic Blast. Now, ideally I would have liked to save my Optic Blast for like dealing with Mystique when she's like just a little bit too far away from us. But I may as well do this now, so... So Cyclops is going to do... Oh, he could get himself punched here though, couldn't he? But I don't think there's any helping it at the moment. Otherwise I could have done the star and given it a leadership token, but... Yeah, let's just do it. Alright, so... Cyclops is going to use... Oh, 2 stars just to rescue... I guess he's just going to rescue these civilians just to keep it from overflowing. And he's going to do a punch on Pyro. He's going to do a punch on Mystique, but as long as this threat is in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead, so it's going to do another damage to Pyro. So he's down to 2, and the single punch from where he was, he's going to deal to the Sentinel, and that is going to end Cyclops' turn, and unfortunately then Cyclops is going to get KO'd by... Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. So what I have to do first is I think I have to do the end of turn step first, so I have to reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. So it's a Master Assassination attempt. So we know that this is, I'm going to get KO'd, and then this is going to move Senator Kelly. Oh, it's going to move Senator Kelly away from Beast. That's nasty. That's really bad. It's going to pull us all out of position. What do we want? So we know this is, we know essentially I'm not going to get to do this. This is kind of a bit useless because I don't, I guess I could just put it at the, well I guess this is just a Master Assassination. I guess I could just bury face down here, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it on top, and then we know it gets put here because now Cyclops gets KO'd. And Senator Kelly gets moved counterclockwise, so that's not great. Okay. Alright. Interesting. So Cyclops loses that card. That goes at the bottom. And then... Now, if she goes one... Oh no, if she gets a Master Assassination here, I think it's all over, because then she's going to land on him and he's not protected. Or if she gets a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Alright, here we go. So she is going to... you guys have seen it. What is it? She's moving to... Oh gosh, what's happening here? So she's going to go 1, 2... Oh, Senator Kelly's going to move pretty far, actually. Oh no, okay. She's protecting old Pyro there, isn't she? So she's going to bam, doesn't hurt anyone. Then she doesn't hurt, because then Pyro's going to bam, but Cyclops doesn't count as being there until he gets back up in his next turn. So she moves, then she bams. He bams, and then here's what's going to be interesting though. She's going to chuck a bunch of these guys down. So she's got 1 here, 1 over here, I believe, and then she wants to put 2 here. She can't do that, so then she puts another one of her cards down. Oh, actually, we're just going to go there because her card's going to go here. Uh-oh, not many turns left. Oh no. I don't know if I've got enough punches to be able to deal with all of these jerks. Plus, the other thing is that Senator Kelly moves over here too, so he's even further away. Oh my goodness. Alright, who's next? Beast. Alright, Beast. Oh. Oh, man. All these genius intelligence cards and all the stars are too far away. So I draw a card and we've got a single wild. Ugh. Man. Oh boy, okay. So I can do a single punch. So if I did regenerating factor, I could move to the Sentinel's location and punch him twice and take him out. Well, actually, I only need to do one punch because he's only got 1 health. Boy, I think what I need to do is just get to Senator Kelly. The only way I can really do that is have a bit of a nothing turn. Gosh, that's really bad. I could do a bit of a nothing turn here with Genius Intelligence and do like a heroic, which counts as a wild, which will give me movement to then move to here. Boy. Feels like a pretty terrible turn. But just to steady the ship a bit and then hope that Cyclops can maybe then wake up with 4 cards and start doing something to the Sentinel and possibly Pyro. Yeah. Boy. Otherwise, see, Beast could... Instead of doing that, Beast could do this one, which I guess at least, because what we want is we want punches, we want Cyclops to be able to do something with punches, so maybe that's... but if I do that, the Sentinel moves away, because then I could... See, Cyclops could wake up and punch the Sentinel, but if he does, he's moving away from the Sentinel. But I guess maybe the Sentinel's a bit of a red herring, right? He's not the name of the game. It's Pyro and Mystique. So maybe we do that. Maybe we go regenerating factor. But it's not actually going to heal me. Just otherwise we could do a bunch of damage too. It would also draw the Sentinel away from Cyclops. Move and punch. But it's just a punch that I suppose this is a wild. I could use this wild for taking out Mystique later on anyway. So maybe let's do that instead. So we'll do the move and punch. So what we'll do is we will move and punch. Plus we've got this other punch, so we may as well punch from over here. Then I can't draw because I'm already at 3 health. Then I'm going to use this end of turn effect to go and protect Senator Kelly. Almost said Professor Kelly there. And then the Sentinel then is going to want to follow me, so it's going to go 1, and then it can't punch, so it's going to go 2. So the Sentinel's over here. Then Cyclops is going to wake up. So he gets to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Cyclops. Oh, here we go. Okay, Cyclops. Let's not muck around here. Right. So, let's show you the card, sorry. So he's got a double punch, which immediately sounds pretty good, right? And he's got a single wild. He's got his leadership, so he can move and give a wild token to anybody or somebody else. It's beast. And then I've got a double wild. So immediately I was thinking, oh well, the double punch was good because then I can use this movement and do 3 punches, which is essentially taking out Pyro and 1 of the health from Mystique. But that leaves Beast with 2 punches over here that he's not going to be able to necessarily do much with. And if I'm not worried about taking out if I don't worry about taking out the Sentinel, then what I could do instead is I could use the double wild, essentially do the same thing, but then Beast, it gives Beast the movement he needs to get where he's going and potentially do something better against Mystique. And we don't know where Mystique is going to end up, so that might be good to have that movement. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we're going to leave the Sentinel. We were so close to taking him down, but now he's going to go up to 3 health. But it is what it is. I think we need to, otherwise, because Mystique is she's racing the end here. I think we need to get rid of her, especially because she's got all this extra health with Pyro, and then essentially if we keep chasing after the Sentinel, he's just going to be extra health for her. Really, we're getting distracted. So 2 wilds. We're going to move into this location. We're going to do 1 punch and a second punch to remove Pyro. That is going to put him over here. We'll put Pyro over here. Then we're going to deal the 3rd and final wild token as a punch to Mystique. Actually take her down to 3. Hiding in plain sight doesn't take effect because she's run out of people to hide behind. To the next clockwise henchman instead. There's no one there. And then, I don't know what this does. You may discard a card from hand. And I am pretty healthy at the moment. You may discard a card from hand to the bottom of your deck to swap a card from your hand with one of your face-up cards in the storyline. Oh, that's interesting. So I could discard a card, putting me down to 2, to then swap a card. So I'm essentially going to then, so I'm damaging myself to give myself a better card, but then I can get this double wild back. Oh no, but hold on a second, then I'd be, so I don't want to get rid of that double wild, do I? Okay, hold on, because that's the one that we're relying on Beast to be able to use. What card could Cyclops use? I mean, The Optic Blast wouldn't necessarily be a bad card to have in hand, because then he can attack from multiple locations. You could get Mystique no matter where she was if he's on the right sort of half, but only being able to do 1 damage to her. Oh boy, and is it worth taking the damage to do that? At this stage it seems like the only way I'm going to take damage is from Mystique or possibly the Sentinel. Sentinel, we know at the end of this turn is just going to heal up, but Beast is probably going to want to go in there and beat up Mystique. Is it worth it? I suppose it's better to have Optic Blast than this one. Let's do it. Let's play it. Let's go with the Sentinel. So we're hacking into the Sentinel. Maybe we're using the Sentinel to, like, we're reprogramming it and using it on our side. Let's discard a card. Oh, so we have to discard a card and... Alright, so let's discard this one. And then let's maybe discard this movement one. Ooh, that could be a mistake. We'll keep that, and we'll keep this. Oh wait, no, hold on, sorry. We were going to put that one back in, weren't we? So let's put that one back in there. Is that right? Or should we do it this way? Should we put the wild... Oh no, let's have the wild underneath. And we'll put this one in here. Alright. Okay. So that leaves him with those two at the end of his turn. He's done his damage. The Sentinel now heals for 2 above his starting health, so now he's actually up to 3 now. And Beast is going to go after Mystique. So Mystique is going to get to do what? She's going to move 1, bam there, which doesn't do anything, but she does overflow. Oh, which means Senator Kelly is moving towards her. So she's putting 1 civilian on either side of her. Oh no. Oh wait. What's he doing? He's going all over the place. Okay, so hold on. So she moves there, she bams, she doesn't do anything. No one else bams. Then, sorry, I should have shown you guys these. So what I've done is I've put 1 here. I was supposed to put 2 here, but that's going to cause an overflow. And I'm also supposed to put 1 here, but that's also going to cause an overflow. So, oh gosh. So that goes there. Uh-oh. We really got to get rid of her now, because she's now put down 2 cards. And Senator Kelly has moved 1, 2. So he's now safe from being protected by Cyclops there. Alright. Oh, gosh, we've got to zero in on her here. It's all happening. So I've got to place something where I can get some movement and punching. I'm going to be able to get Cyclops to move again, and I think I can do it. So, I think we're good. This turn you can treat stars as wild. Well, we don't want to do that because... No, that's not good. Alright, so we'll play this... Oh, we've got to draw a card. Sorry, Beast has got to draw a card. He gets a single heroic, which isn't going to help us. So we're going to have to rely on... What was the previous card? Yeah, Cyclops. I suppose it doesn't really matter because Cyclops had... It would have been double punches. Either way, we need a movement, but we can get the movement out of this card too. So, but I still think that was a safer play. Alright. Okay. So Beast is going to move. Alright, we've cornered her. Alright, in you come. He's going to then do 2 punches, which isn't enough to take her down. The Sentinel is going to heal for 1 more. And wow, she got really close though, but now Cyclops is going to come in. He's going to draw a card. He's going to move and a star. I sort of like the idea of Cyclops doing this from a distance with his zapping power. Yeah, let's do that. He could have just moved in and done a double punch, but let's use the Optic Blasts. So he's going to zap this thug. He's going to zap this thug over here. Boy, I hope I haven't made any mistakes, because I feel like we got through this without a mistake. I think You guys can let me know in the comments if I've made a big blunder and the whole game is invalid. So we did one here, and the final zap on Mystique. So down she goes, and there you go. We have rescued, managed to protect Senator Kelly. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. We managed to protect him. So good job, team. Who are these guys? The blue team? I think Beast and Cyclops on the blue team, were they? I think so. There we go. Blue team for the win. So good job. Managed to whittle down all of Mystique's hiding spots. Almost got the Sentinel down, but I think as much as it would have been cool to take it out, I think it was just, it would have been a bit of a trap, would have been a bit of a distraction, because I think if I'd gone that way and done that extra damage on him, like looking at this, one card left, so yeah, that could have been quite nasty. And in fact, that would have been, I think we knew that some of these ones at the bottom were Master Assassin cards, weren't they? So she probably would have zeroed right in and maybe nailed us if we'd like sort of got caught out going for the Sentinel, and then maybe Senator Kelly would have been by himself, sort of thing. So I think as much as there was that turn, it was a bit of a dead turn for Beast where he sort of didn't do much. I think getting him on top of Senator Kelly was a good idea, just so we could sort of keep tabs on that. I guess she didn't end up on that spot though, did she? So I guess it would have been a bit of a moot point, but still, I think we did alright there. So yeah, interesting, good game. We did end up sort of relying on the double wild, so the easy mode sort of thing, didn't we? But again, I guess if we had played that double punch one, I suppose the result would have been the same. But we did still rely on this single wild at least. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that game. I really thought that was quite cool. I think Mystique's like a fun one to play against. She's you've got to sort of really be really looking after Senator Kelly, and all her henchmen have ways of sort of like, if you can't sort of leave any gaps in your defenses, because they all have little ways to sort of just do a damage here or damage here, and if you've left him by himself or you left him with a hero that's too close to being taken out, you can find it ending really quickly on you there. So that was really good. I really enjoyed having the Sentinel in there just to sort of shake things up again. That was an interesting challenge, because you can't. He's just this threat that's just doing extra stuff to you, and really sort of like making you think hard about what you're going to play. So rather than being able to play, your most optimal moves, you've got to think, oh, do I really want to do that? Because that's going to make the Sentinel more of a threat. You have to sort of think carefully about that. And as you saw, this was the easiest Sentinel to play against, because he has the lowest amount of wounds, although technically you can build up pretty high. But it's an interesting challenge mode. I mean, you can, depending on how you want to play the game as well, you could make a house rule that you have to defeat the Sentinel to count as winning, sort of thing as well. So that would have been an interesting thing too. So it just adds that extra little, for players who find the game fairly easy and want more of a gaming sort of challenge. I really like how there's lots of different sort of adjustments you can make to make the difficulty quite nasty, actually. So a lot of fun, and two characters that thematically I thought were quite cool in that battle. The X-Men. It would have been nice maybe to have some of the more of the specific characters that might have been in that sort of particular episode or comic. I think in the TV show, at least, I think Mystique is framing Gambit, isn't she? So maybe having Gambit and Rogue in that one would have been fun as well. But I wanted to have everyone painted, so that was a bit of a treat, being able to play with a fully painted set of heroes, except for the Sentinel there. Although unfortunately, with the distance the camera is there, I suppose it doesn't make that much of a difference. You can't quite make it out there, but it was good fun. So this game never fails to be a lot of fun. So does that make sense? I'm not sure. Anyway, what I was trying to say is the game is always a lot of fun. So not sure if I've got my saying mixed up there, but that was really good. So I think I'm not sure what I'll do next in terms of games and gameplay videos and stuff. I definitely want to be keep playing more of this because it's just a fun game. Getting more and more of them painted. Wouldn't mind doing like I think I've got some thoughts about doing maybe like Iron Fist, Daredevil, Shang-Chi, and Elektra, maybe versus Kingpin or something like that. Some sort of like battle for the city streets sort of thing. That'd be good fun. And we'll go from there sort of thing. But yeah, if you guys have any specific games you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'll also sort of think about I know I keep saying I'd like to play some other games as well. Just got to sort of find another game that's as easy to film as this one and sort of play and sort of be able to see what's going on and that sort of thing as well. I feel like it's very easy to be able to sort of pick these up and just sort of show these. They're pretty basic. There's not a lot you have to read on them, so we don't have to sort of take too much time sort of focusing on really sort of specific cards and that sort of thing as well. So but yeah, there we go. So well, thank you very much. I hope you guys are enjoying all your games. I think most people around the world, I'm very sad to hear that I think maybe some places still haven't got their pledges and that sort of thing. So if that's you, I hope your games get to you soon. But just about everywhere else seems to have it, and lots of people are playing with them. I hope if you got to go to Gen Con or any of those conventions recently and you've got some more content, I hope you're enjoying that stuff, the Juggernaut and the Grey Hulk or Mr. Fix-It or whatever his name is. I hope you're enjoying those as well. Let us know what you're doing. Feel free to join the Meeple Monkey Facebook group and Facebook community and Instagram as well. Okay, and speaking of the Meeple Monkey Facebook group, here we see a collection here from one of my viewers. This is the collection of Abarekilla, and you can see just such a great consistent style all the way across. Really clean, smooth paint jobs. Bright colours, really good effects. I love the Green Goblin there. And Abarekilla, you've probably heard me mention Abarekilla a few times because Abarekilla has given us a lot of the great ideas for some of the games and missions. I love that Iron Fist there that we've been playing over the last few videos and that sort of thing as well. So feel free to sort of jump into the community there and catch up with Abarekilla. That's really inspiring me to paint up the Fantastic Four set. Such a great paint jobs there, and some really good models there. So thank you, Abarekilla. All right, well, thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Meeple Monkey out.